Trying to get the lighting. I think I'll just give up with lighting. I used to have great lighting at the other house. But here I have rubbish lighting. Not for the want of trying. Oh, it's gone dark again. What is going on? Aha. Aha. That's a bit better. Well, let's see who's going to be the first. It's Nathan, followed closely by Chris. You both came in at 9:03. So it's a tie today. Who came in when? Yeah. Right, how are you both? I've got some stitching up to do. How are you both doing? Hi, Sandra. Hi, June. Hi, Nathan. Hi, Esther. I don't know about the weather. I've not been out. So it didn't look that enthralling. So I thought I'd just stay in. Yeah. I'm sewing up my boho cardigan. Well, the second one. That's what I'm doing. That's why I keep looking down. Hi, Deirdre and Kate from Aussie. What time is it in Aussie? In Aussie land. It's 9 o'clock here in the UK. That's PM, not AM. As if I see 9 AM. I did actually this morning. I was up at quarter past 8. And no, I didn't wet the bed. I was up at 8:15. Yes. It is cold enough for a fire, but unfortunately my lovely son, who liked my fire, has gone out for a few days with the boys in Tenerife. So he's out there sunning himself and probably having a few scoops, And I'm here. It's 8:05 AM. Oh my God, Deirdre, have we got you up out of bed? I think we've got Deirdre up. It's 8:05 in Australia. Yeah, I'm sewing up a sleeve. I finished the second cardigan, the one that's in the Mojo. I ordered a load of colours. Did you see I was very naughty? And don't tell anybody, but I've ordered a few more. Heck, if you're going to do granny squares, you need colours, don't you? I'm not going to do granny squares with dreary old colours. I need bold. Oh, God, I sound like that advert that's on ITV at the minute. It's for wine, I think. When you're doing something or other, it's the touch of the bold. Whatever bold is, I don't know. Hi, Trudy. I'm not a wine drinker, so I don't really know. And I haven't got my dandelion and burdock today because I drank the last of it last week. And nobody's been shopping. Well, not been shopping to that particular shop. And I'm certainly not going out on my scooter just to get some. The weather's been a bit dire. So I've been hibernating. I went out twice on the Wednesday. I think I probably told you in my other video in my other world. 2 knit clubs. 2 knit clubs on a Wednesday. Why can't they have them on different days? Anyway, 2 knit clubs on a Wednesday. And this next week I'm going out Tuesday, Wednesday, and then my friends coming Thursday. So I'm going to be a social butterfly next week, which is very rare for me, yeah. No, I'm not much of a lover of wine. The family like wine. My daughter-in-law and my son both like wine, which surprises me because my son never drank wine when he was younger. But I mean, he is 53 now, so it's probably an acquired taste, isn't it? But I never really got my head round it. I don't mind a nice rosé or a nice bit of sparkling wine, but I'm not really into wine. If I'm going to have a drink, I go for the hard stuff, the rum and coke. Hi, Katie. So what's everybody doing tonight? I mean, I'm sewing up, as you can see. So I don't know what everybody else is doing. Are you all busy bees? Have you all had your tea? Are you cooking, Chris? What are you doing, Nathan? Yeah, I don't mind. I used to make my own wine, which is rare for somebody who doesn't really drink a lot. But I went to night school to do wine, and I did make some nice wine, yeah. Oh, you had Turkish eggs. Tell me, what is different? What is Turkish eggs? What have they got in them? You know, why are they different than ordinary eggies? Is it something that Miguel would eat? A Turkish egg? I don't know, though. He'd probably want a Mexican egg or something, wouldn't he? It's 11 o'clock. Where are you, Trudy, then? 11 o'clock where Trudy is. The night's young at 11 o'clock for me. If you're in the UK, I'm addicted to watching Foyle's War. It's a old drama series that was set. It wasn't filmed at the end of the war or during the war, but it's set in the end of the war. And I don't know why I'm addicted to watching it. Hey, Daniel. Hello, sweetie pie. How are you? I'm busy stitching up, Daniel. If that's what you want to know what I'm doing. I'm sure you don't, but I just thought I'd tell you anyway. In case you wonder why I keep looking down. And how is Mr. Daniel today? How are you doing today, Daniel? I'm just asking everybody what they're doing. So, you know, me being my usual Saturday nosy. I am a rubbish stitcher upper, Daniel. Sewing was never my strong point. You know, if they don't fall apart, you know, it's ugly stitching. I hope nobody ever turns my garments inside out. They might look good on the outside, but don't turn them inside out. You're chilling out tonight? Oh my goodness. Do we have a little beverage? We were talking before about wine, but I'm not a wine person. And I haven't even got my dandelion and burdock tonight because I've run out. So I'm on the boring old orange and a coffee. No, I don't drink hardly at all. Although I did like that dandelion and burdock. It was only sort of that % alcohol. But I did like it because I like dandelion and burdock. But I can't say it had any effect on me. I didn't go a bit squiffy. Well, I don't think anybody's noticed any difference in me in the last 3 Saturdays. But I must ask the family to get me some more when they go shopping because I really liked it. Even though I'm not much of a drinker. Hey, Rebecca. I'm fine. I don't know about everybody else. I think they're all okay. Yeah. Our doggies are fine. They're with my daughter-in-law in the other room. As I said, my son's in Tenerife until tomorrow. Lucky bee. He's probably got loads and loads of lovely sunshine. He's probably whooping it up on his last night there. I hope he doesn't drink too much. He's got to get on the plane. Don't want him being slung. Oh, God, the Masked Singer winner. Who cares? I don't even care who's in it, let alone. I don't know whether anybody watches all these singing programs and that. People dancing around in silly costumes. You're supposed to guess who's underneath them. Nah, not a thing at all, I'm afraid. Not at all. Oh, thank you. Mustard or gold or whatever you want to call it. It's got a wooden button on it because I couldn't find a mustard one. I've actually had it quite a while. It's getting to look a bit fluffy now. I have to confess I do not take care of my woolies. I put them all in the washing machine. I'm not one of these who lays everything. No, this is from oh God, can't remember. It's from a book. Oh, I think it was the Crochet Closet it was from, but don't swear to that. On the pattern, it's actually got short sleeves that are flared right out like that. And I made one like that in blue, but it drove me potty because the sleeves were too wide. So this one I adapted. I think it's called the Crochet Closet. It was from a book anyway. I have a terrible memory. I shall hold my hand up. I have a really bad memory. I'm lucky if I can remember a pattern I crocheted last week. Some people can chime it off the back, oh yes, it's such a thing, and I made it in such a time. I can't even remember what the wool was. Oh, it won't be wool. It'll be some acrylic or other. Yeah, I made a blue one. The blue one's a really pretty colour, but I hate wearing it because the sleeves flare out so much. What do you think of Christine? Oh, what's she called? Omdal. She's selling up her wool. She's going to do the patterns and she's going to do the books, but she's having to downsize for some reason, personal reasons probably. And so she can't take all her wool with her, so she's selling it all up if you're a fan of Christine Omdal. So I mean to watch a video. I'm like with videos. I don't watch anybody's, but one flashed up that I wanted to have a look at, and that was Ruthie. Is she called Pink Pumpkin? Pink something? Apparently she got some mystery box from somewhere or other and she was showing it off. So I'm always happy to have news and things like that. I don't watch a lot of people's hauls, especially if they come from the US, because they normally have showing me wool I couldn't get anyway if I was buying it. And I stopped watching The Secret Yarnery because she gets wool from ice yarn, which I can no longer do. So I think it would just upset me if I saw yarn I liked and I couldn't get it. So, yeah, I really must try and catch up with videos, but I never seem to have the time these days. The day goes round and I'm always busy doing something. I can't understand when people say, oh, I'm bored. If they're bored, they can't have a hobby. That's all I can say. I'm not saying everybody should knit and crochet, but some kind of a hobby. If it's reading, if it's going for a walk, if it's bird watching, some kind of a hobby. I can't imagine how dull life would be if you didn't have a hobby. I've only really got crochet and knitting, and I do read a bit. I used to like going for a walk, but well, it's the same with me now with yarn hauls, because I used to love ice yarn and that, but the import duty and stuff, the postage is bad enough. But I'm afraid I've had to curtail buying anything from ice now and just giving it up now. If I ever buy any ice, it'll be like off somebody else that's in the UK, yeah. We're not talking about that kind of bird watching, Chris. We're talking about Tweety birds, birds with feathers. And we are not talking about the Moulin Rouge here. Ooh, did anybody see that picture of Adele doing a pole dancing? She's lucky she got the figure for that kind of an outfit, isn't she? She couldn't have done that a few years ago. She'd have broken the pole. She was quite endowed. Hi, Claire. Before she lost her weight, wasn't she? She'd have jumped on the pole. Then it'd be like them videos you see where she go boom. Sewing up a boho. I love this colour. Look at that colour, isn't it gorgeous? That's Mojo. It's very similar. If you're in America, you don't need to get this because you've got your own. Very, very similar to this. This is kind of like a poor man's Norrow, I think, really. But I've also had some American yarn that was very similar, not quite as colourful as this. Can't remember what it was called now. I know it was called Dragonfly, the colour. It was gorgeous. It was all blues and green, like, you know, my kind of colours, jade green and a deep blue. Yeah, you know me, I like bright colours, yeah. I'm going to do some squares next. So I'm going to be using the festival again. This is one of my favourite colours. Well, it used to be my favourite colour, the festival. But I'm torn now because I quite like this Mojo. So, yeah, I've just finished up sewing the sleeves and then I've got to put the sleeves in. And then that's another cardigan finished. And then I'm going to start on granny squares to make some little tops. Yeah, I believe that you like for festival wear. Yeah. Oh, hi, Henry. Hiya. Hi, Jeannie. If I keep putting my head down, it's because I'm stitching up. I'm not ignoring you all. I've got to pin the sleeves in. You know, I go, yay, I finished it. And I think, no, I haven't. I've got to sew it all up yet. Is anybody else like that? You finish knitting, you finish crocheting, you think, what? And you think, oh, I've got to sew it all up. It's Miguel who has the chickens, I think, Henry. I think you're getting Chris mixed up with Miguel. Miguel has his chicken. Hi, Judy. Hi, Mrs. Yukon. Right, I better put the lid on my pin things. Oh, I need them. No, I better not put the lid on them. I've got to pin me. I've got to pin my sleeves in yet. Chris, you never told us what was different about it. Was it a Turkish egg you were doing? What's different about that than an ordinary egg? I'm nosy, I need to know. Do you like my little buttons? Aren't they cute? Cute little heart buttons. I got them off Amazon. Huh? I love granny squares. That's what I'll be doing next with that, with the boho. Right, I need to pin my sleeve in now. Why have I got a pin? Oh, I know. I've got a pin. It's good if I took it out before I sold it, isn't it? They're covered in yogurt, butter, garlic, cream sauce. Oh. Oh, hello and goodbye, Miguel, then. Miguel is going to nod off, and he's telling us already that he's going to nod off before he does it. Very kind of you, Miguel. Before you have a nod. Miguel must have a very riotous lifestyle, yeah? I don't know what you get up to in that with your chickens, Miguel. You know, I'd like to know why Miguel's always tired, yeah. Woohoo! I think he has a secret nightlife and he's gets up to all sorts of things, yeah. Him and the chickens. So that leaves boring lifestyles, yeah. It's 7 degrees C here, so it's not exactly hot, is it? Oh, I couldn't make a beef Wellington if I tried, Henry. I can't do pastry. And I'm sure if I tried to do pastry with a beef Wellington, it would all turn out soggy. There's an art to it, isn't there? I could never make pies. My pies always had a soggy bottom. I cooked today. I made fish finger butties. For you in America, it's fish sticks on bread. That's what we call a fish finger butty, with tomato ketchup on it. I was thinking about putting mayonnaise on, actually, but I decided ketchup instead. That's how good a chef I am. Fish finger butties. I've lost my other sleeve. Oh, there it is. Oh. Dropped it. I wouldn't know. Apples and crumbles and things like that, that's a bit more than my expertise, that. You was at the laundrette, then groceries, then you cooked and cleaned, and in between you tended to the animals. Ombre hot sauce, yeah, what on earth is that? Ombre hot sauce, yeah. What do they do? Do they dye it with hot sauce? Why is it called that? Here I am, putting in my sleeves. Miguel has got chickens and a cat. He's still got the cat. If it hasn't wandered off, he's still got the cat, Miguel. Miguel has been adopted by a cat that seems to think it lives there. Oh, hi, Tommy. Oh, it's the name of the colour, hot sauce. Connie's cat came back missing 2 months. My cat went missing once when I had a cat, that was. He was gone about a month. And then he came back and he was stinking. Oh, God, he stunk. He had like, his eye was like that and he had bits missing off his fur. God knows where he's been. Yeah, I'm making a cardigan. I'm sewing the sleeve in at the minute, Rebecca. Yeah. What's he called? Cat never came back, did it? What's she called? Kim? In the UK. One of her cats wandered off. It's about 3 months ago now. And I say it's not come back. She called Kim, the lady who makes all the amigurumis. Oh, you're going to bed, Henry. Good night. Right, I've got my sleeves pinned in now. Make sure they're pinned in the right way. I've done that before. Have you ever put them in inside out? I have. So I have to make doubly sure before I sew anything up that I've got them pinned in the right way around. You know when you make a really good job of sewing them in and then you find you've sewn them in inside out and you have to try and unpick them and you're scared to death of cutting anything, snipping the stitches. Because we've all done, well, I've done that before today. Made a bit of a pig's ear of it. Oh, there's my needle. Blue Cherub, that's the lady. Yeah, her cat's not come back. She's got another little kitty now. Another little tiny kitten. I think somebody's taken it in. I mean, if it had passed away or been knocked down or something, I'm sure somebody would have noticed it. I think it's been... somebody's taken it in thinking it's a stray, I think. Noro is similar colours, Deirdre, but I find it's very scratchy, that Noro. I don't like it. I don't like the texture of it. It's scratchy and horrible. A lady once gave me some to crochet up for her. And it was, I think it was supposed to be silk or something. And it had all bits of twigs in it. And it kept having loads and loads of knots. You don't mind knots, do you, when it's in yarn? But when it's in yarn that's got like a sequence of colours, they never knot it, do they, in the same sequence? Have you ever noticed it? £159. Oh, I bet you rushed out and got it, didn't you, Miguel? Like we've all got £159. Now I want to look at Pink Pumpkin Ruthie's video. Oh, hello, Chris, get your little zapper out. She got some bargain mystery boxes from somewhere or other. Yeah, but you've got all the things, Deirdre, that look almost exactly like boho. Because you've got another one that's really like boho. Not Noro. There's another one, isn't there? I've had some because somebody sent me some. And I did manage to buy some in the UK, some of that other wool. But it was quite expensive for me because, of course, it was American wool. It's always the same, isn't it? Anything UK wool is expensive in the US. Anything US is expensive in the UK. We can't win, can we? I guess we should stay with our own stuff, really. But it's boring, isn't it? You want something that other people have got. That's why I don't like looking at hauls from people in different countries. Because they always have wool that I can't get. Oh, we never get anything like that. Our craft shops, as I was saying, our charity shops are tiny. They are minuscule compared with yours. And there's never any crafting stuff of any description in our charity shops. You never see anything. And the ones around here are worse than the ones where I used to live. So I don't go in these. And of course, I never went in when it was COVID because they're little and they're cramped. And you feel like everybody's like too near you and breathing on you. So I never went in them. Whether I'll go into them when it's, I mean, they're talking about not having to wear masks here. Hi, proverbial. But I mean, we've still got COVID. And there's still people who are vulnerable. And of course, we've still got the anti-vaxxers banging the drums. Oh, there's never anything round here. I don't think anybody's crafty round here. There never was in Prestwich. But Prestwich had no kind of a wool shop or anything. I don't think anybody ever crocheted, knitted, or did anything in Prestwich. I think it was the culture. I don't think they did it. Oops. Our hallway squeaks, and every time I go out and go to visit the bathroom, Rosie barks like I'm a stranger coming in. I mean, the front door's locked. Nobody, well, she doesn't know that, does she, though? Because I'm in here and my daughter-in-law's in the conservatory, we've got the front door locked. We don't always bother, like when the son's around, but he's not here. So we've got it locked. Well, it's not turning up in our charity shops. Oh, coming from Canada. Oh, good evening, Connie. I'm always wary about ordering things from Facebook unless I know the company personally. Because there's so many scammy blinking adverts on Facebook for all sorts of things that never turn up, isn't there? You know, things that look like they're crocheted. And you know the designer sells them for hundreds of dollars and they appear on Facebook for $30 or something. You know for a fact you're not going to get it. It's a big scam. I think Facebook should pull them and monitor their adverts a bit better than they do. They don't monitor their adverts at all, I don't think, Facebook. I mean, there are ads on Facebook, but they're from proper companies, if you know what I mean. This wool is just pulling apart. Look at that. Look. Ew. Hope it's not going to do that one. Oh, I'm not saying spin rise. I'm just saying there's a lot of things. It's usually for clothing, isn't it? And things like that. Shoes, clothing, things. And especially for crochet things that are like direct copies of some designers wear that costs hundreds of dollars to buy. And they even use the designers' pictures. They're really cheeky. You would think that Facebook should do something about it. They must know who they take the money for adverts from. So they can't be that innocent. I don't suppose they care so long as they get the money from somewhere. They don't have the integrity that they used to. You see the same things advertised, don't you, under different names? And they've always got phony references in the comments. Like, oh, such a body, have you seen these? These look like a bargain. And they're all fake. You know, they're all fake. Nobody actually writes, this is a scam, I've never got anything. And probably if they do, the people who are advertising, just get rid of them because you can just delete them, can't you? Hey, I'm a terrible stitcher upper, I really am. They don't fall apart, they just don't look very neat. I wish I was a neat one. Oh yeah, they are. They do a lot of misleading ones. And they con you. I wonder how much. They must get millions, mustn't they, from people? They get you like by saying, no, it's only $10 or it's only $15. And there's probably loads and loads of people send these $10, $15 off and never get anything back. I sent off for something and never got anything back. And I wrote them a couple of emails saying they should be just, ashamed of themselves for conning people. Never even got a reply. I reported them to Facebook and never got a reply, saying that they're scam merchants. I suppose they only get $10 off everybody. It soon mounts up, doesn't it? Yeah. I can't do it. I couldn't live with myself, me. I could never be a con man or a con woman. Couldn't live with myself. You'd be thinking of these poor people, wouldn't you? Maybe that's the last $10 they've got and they really want whatever it is that's supposed to be advertised. Or they're buying it for somebody's birthday present or Christmas present or something. Or they're being conned out of it. I couldn't sleep nights. But then, of course, I've got a conscience and got morals or whatever you want to call them. I need some wool that's more orangey. I've got some of this over on the floor there. I've just got to tell the bloody story. Oh, gosh. Does the weather affect other people's knees? Hi, John. My knees just go really wonky in this kind of weather. It's like they seize up. I think they need a bit of WD-40 or something. I said that to the specialist after my knee was never right. I said he should have put a porthole in my knee. He said, what for? I said, for WD-40. I said, because my plumbing knees never worked since you put it in. My daughter-in-law is convinced it was because she thought I didn't do my the exercises. I did all the exercises. I did more than I went 6 weeks for the exercises and the physio and everything. Then I did another 6 weeks in the swimming pool. And I still couldn't move my knee. Oh, you're lucky if you get eyeglasses. I get the ones about, have you made a will? Or have you chosen your funeral yet? Oh, you got booted out of the live? Well, it wasn't us. We wouldn't do that to you, Miguel. It wasn't us. No, when you get to a certain age, you've got to make a will, don't you? And you've got to think about your funeral, but you don't really want to see it on Facebook every day. Book your own cremation. Would you like to pay for it now? No. I'm not tempting fate. I'm not paying for my cremation. I don't trust them anyway. They might take me money and go out of business, and then my family will still have to blinking pay. I'd rather keep it in the bank. I've got my money, don't worry. There won't be a GoFundMe. My family won't be doing a GoFundMe for the Urban Gypsy Croce's funeral. No, it's under control. I can hear Rosie bouncing about. Oh, here she comes. Well, hello there, Miss Rosie. Hello, Rosie. Oh, hello, Trixie. Hello, little girl. What you doing? What you doing, Rosie? What you doing, Trixie? Come here. Come here. Look at this one. Look at him. Look at him. There she is. There's our Trixie. Huh? She wants to go again. She's here. You are honoured. Go. Oh dear. Yeah, I hope not. Yeah. Yeah, Rosie brings her in. She's too little to open the door on her own. But Rosie opens the door. It used to be Poppy, didn't it? It used to be Poppy that came flying in. They don't stay though, like Poppy used to stay. Be nice to see my son again tomorrow. I hope he's had nice weather. I mean, I've been in Tenerife and it's rained all the time. So I just hope he's had nice weather. Good. No, thank you, Miguel. The puppy's not properly potty trailed yet. I mean, much as I love her, I just don't like her on my carpet. I prefer her in the conservatory where we can mop. You know, she's unpredictable, let's just say. I mean, she's only, 10 weeks old, so you can't expect a lot, can you, really? I mean, Rosie's completely trained. We don't have any mistakes with her. But sadly, we've got a way to go yet with Trixie. I don't think they're in full control of their bodily functions until they get a bit older, are they? I don't know, really. I don't really have any dealings with potty training. I'll leave that up to my family. Obviously, I'll let them out if they need to go out. And if I'm in charge of them, I'll let them out. But they're getting up early in the morning to let them for a wee is not my thing. I don't do that. I can hear them going pattering past my door sometimes on their way outside for their early morning potty run. Hey. Oh my goodness me. Did I see a new animal? No, I saw the one that died, one of his geese, wasn't it, that got attacked? I don't know what his new animal is. He lost a couple of pigs, didn't he? and he lost a goose, was it, or a duck? I think it was a goose. No, I haven't seen any new arrivals since I saw the emus or what they are. Oh, a new goat. I see the Chihuahua man's got another Chihuahua. Oh, that's great, Sandra. Good news. Good news. We like a bit of good news, don't we? My younger niece told the family they've had COVID again. But thankfully, because they were vaccinated, all of them, they haven't been very poorly. I know the Chihuahua guy is so upset because he's been losing a few of his little Chihuahuas lately. Not his fault, they were either elderly or they had medical problems. Anyway, the one who had chest surgery, little Chihuahua, is doing very well. We should say this Chihuahua guy takes all the ones in the misfits that nobody else wants. You know, the ones that are, well, not in kill shelters, well, practically in kill shelters, aren't they? That nobody else will take on. He takes them. And he spends a fortune on them because a lot of them have got bad teeth, they've got diabetes, they've got bad hearts, they've got something wrong with their limbs. That's why they get given up, because people don't want to spend the money on them. I think if you've got a pet, I mean, it's through thick and thin, isn't it? You know, if your pet suddenly wants a lot of surgery and stuff, I know if you can't afford it, you need to get some kind of help. But, you know, I wouldn't just get rid of a dog or a cat or anything just because it became ill. Yeah. Hi, Debbie. I mean, we spent an absolute fortune on Poppy before she passed away. But you try everything, don't you? Even though we knew we were sort of on a hiding to nothing with Poppy. We knew she was 14 and she wasn't likely to live that long. But you do your best for them, don't you? If we'd have bought her a year or two, yeah. Oh, I wouldn't want to tangle with him, Miguel. Yes, when he gets his hair off. Well, he has got no hair, has he? But you know what I mean. When he gets his temper up. He looks like he could handle himself, doesn't he? It's usually the big guys or I mean, my son's a big guy, and yet he's the gentlest with animals. He would never hurt an animal. What about that footballer who kicked his cat? Blimey heck. That's dreadful. Who does he think he is? They've took the cats off him, and so they should. And they've fined him a lot of money. Not that it makes much difference to him. It's only 2 weeks' money. You don't drop kick a cat. And his brother filmed it. How stupid is that? Thank God they've took the cats off him now. Yeah, it's just no way, is it, to Connie to treat an animal? Hi, Jean. How are you? Well, kids emulate things that footballers do. I mean, all this spitting on the pitch. I mean, in my day, when I was a kid, the old men used to spit. That all stopped as we became more enlightened about germs and things like that. People stopped spitting, didn't they? And yet you see footballers, don't you, spitting all over the pitch. Disgusting. So then kids think it's all right to go down the street and spit. Especially with COVID and all that. You don't want people spitting. It's disgusting, I bet you. Oh, Chris, get your little hammer out, spanner out, whatever it is. I don't think that's legit. Right, to finish sewing it up. Put my needles away. I kept losing my needles, so I crocheted a little bit and stick all my needles in there. And then they're inside a little case. I don't know why I decided to crochet a little piece. I've had it years now. But it's really good. I've seen those little cases. I've got even more, Chris. I seem to collect them. I like these as well. You know, the ones that come in, are they called chibi. Yep, that's a lot of needles. I'm one of these kind of people who cannot have one needle or one hook or one end. I've got to have more. What have I got for munchies? Crisps and chocolate as usual. I think he's got kiddies, hasn't he, as well, that bloke who kicked the cat. I wouldn't let him near my kids, tell you. But there's so many footballers these days that are being done for beating somebody up or attacking women or doing something. I mean, do they think they're God's gift or something, or what? You think being who they are gives them the right to act like idiots? You know, just because you wear mega bucks, you don't treat women like that. Right, I've done it now. Stitch my sleeves in. Stitch my sleeves in. It's all done. It's not been blocked, obviously, because I've just finished stitching it up. But there we go. I can't get my blocking boards out. I've got nowhere to put them. Now I need the lid to that. These little pots are brilliant. Have you seen them? I think I got them off Amazon. The lid goes on and then these go up and clip so they don't come off. Brilliant. I've got my stitch holders in one, and these are those. They're like little miniature clothes peg things, aren't they? I use them when I'm pinning everything up. Oh, right. I'll keep those pieces because I've got more of the wool, so I want to make granny squares. So I'll keep the pieces. Oh. Oops. My ball of wool nearly went flying. You know when I said the other week about losing my 4mm hook? So I ordered more, didn't I? Now I've lost the 450. How do I keep losing hooks? What do I do with the blooming things? It's only me. Nobody's eating them. Yeah. Now I'm doing granny squares again. I'm not doing that pattern again. I'm just using the granny square pattern. But I'm making a shorty cardigan this time. This pattern, it's so tea stained. Coffee stained, I should say. I can understand it if I had a load of things on the go, Chris, but I don't, you know. I don't have lots of projects, you know. I sort of tend to finish one before I start another one. My styrofoam heads got thrown, well, not thrown away, got donated. And now I really need them if I'm doing my craft show. I've got a big glass one, and I've got another one with a swan-like neck. But I don't feel like buying any more styrofoam heads. Look at that. Oh, they're gorgeous. That one is Festival. It's Boho Spirit, but it's called Festival. Pull the middle out. For once, the middle came out. I cannot. Oh, there was a lady. She drove me mad at knit club. She had a cake of yarn, and she was knitting from the crocheting from the outside of it. So every few stitches, she had to stop and unravel a little bit. And I'm like, oh, take the middle out of it, love. What are you doing with that? Where did I get this from? This actually came from, I think it's called the Wool Factory. It was cheaper than Wool Warehouse. And it was only $2.95 for postage with this Wool Factory. So that's where I ordered it from. I usually use Wool Warehouse if I'm going to get more than £30 because then you get free postage, yeah. Oh. No, I can't be coping if I have too many. If I have too many things on at any one go, I don't finish any of them. I don't know how people can. They open up bags and say, oh, this is my project bag, this is this, and this is that, and this is the other. And I'm like, how the hell do you know what you're doing? I couldn't remember what I was doing if I had that many projects. Can't remember what I'm doing when I'm only doing one. Right, with the smaller hook, it's supposed to be a 5mm hook. I was going to use a 450, but I haven't got one because I've lost it. Right, so it'll have to be a 4mm. Chain 3 and do 15 double crochets, well, the trebles to me, in the ring here. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, it's 6, isn't it? Right, sorry. 4, 5, 6, and join it into a ring. I missed a bit. Yeah, now Deramores is gone. We haven't got 1, 2, 3. Do 15. My friend was going on and on at me the other day. Why don't you make kits up? Why don't you write your patterns out? Why don't you do this? And I said, I can't write patterns. And she's going, yeah, but you could do. I said, I can't write them. I crochet in UK terms, so that would confuse at least 50% of the people who've learned from YouTube and only know what US terms mean. I said, and B, I don't know how to write a pattern. I don't even know. When I write anything down for myself, I don't even read it back. Whatever. I can't even understand what I've written. You know, so even I can't understand my own writing, so I've got no chance of writing a pattern out. My patterns are here. They're not even on a book. They're not even on a bit of paper. They're there. So everything I make is slightly different than the one I made before. Oh, you know what my pet peeves are with tutorials is when they charge for a pattern that is like as old as the hills. Yeah. USB, nobody would make any sense out of the jumble that's in my brain, I tell you, Chris. It's like Ephraim, isn't it? This is such an easy knitting stitch, and he's knitting away there. And it's about a 44-row lacy pattern, and he goes, "It's dead simple when you're into it." And I'm like, "Yeah, okay, Ephraim." Hi, Lulu's treasure. Oh, your first time of being here? Well, welcome. Everybody say welcome to Lulu. It's her first time. We're all mad in here, Lulu, but don't bother about it yet. 6, 8, 10, 12. Well, I wouldn't say mad. I would say verging on the eccentric. We are a little bit in here. But we're all good fun. I think that's how I would describe us rather than crazy. A little eccentric. Yeah. I know I am. And I'm quite happy to be eccentric, actually. Because you see the world through a much nicer viewpoint, don't you, than if you're miserable all the time. I mean, half the time I've got nothing to be happy about, but you have to find something in the day that makes you happy, doesn't it? Oh, thank you, Lulu. Yeah, welcome to the happy little band. We don't suffer fools gladly on here. Righty-ho. End off. Right, what am I doing next? 3 chain. And in the next round, double B with a slip stitch. First chain, 3 chain. And next double crochet of previous round, chain 4 counts as your first double crochet, one double crochet, one chain in each of the. I see. I see. Said the lie, Mum, and you didn't see it all. That was one of my mum's sayings. That if I kept saying to my mum, "Oh, my dress is dirty. It's got a little mark on it," and she always used to say, "A blind man on a galloping horse won't see it." I used to think, why would a blind man be on a galloping horse? Hi, Juanita. But it was just one of his sayings. In other words, nobody will notice. It's funny how the funny sayings our parents had. You know, if you're from the north here, don't sit there like Piffy on a rock bum. Who was Piffy and why was he sitting on a rock bum? Yeah. She used to come out with some proper. You don't hear them as much now. Or if you left all the lights in the house on, my dad would say, it's like flipping Blackpool illuminations in here. And of course, the favourite one, were you born in a barn when you leave the door open? I think where I come from up north, we've got a lot of funny sayings. You know, all the sayings for somebody who's a little bit eccentric, you know, like he's a sandwich short of a picnic or a bottle short of a crate, you know. All those kind of sayings, yeah. But I still don't know what Piffy was on a rock bun. Yeah, up the dancers, yeah. My dad used to say that. Up the apples and pears. I don't know why he would say that, because he was not he wasn't from London, and that's like a Cockney saying, isn't it? Apples and pears. Up the stairs. Yeah, up the dancers, yeah. Yeah. Right, have I got 15? 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? 10, 12, 14, 15. I think it's sad that we're losing all the little rhymes. You know that we used to say when we were doing skipping and playing. We used to call it 2 balls against the wall. When you're banging balls against somebody's gable end and they come out, because it drives them nutty and they can't hear the TV. But, you know, all the little skipping songs we used to sing, you know. The big ship sails down the alley, alley, oh, yeah. The alley, alley, oh. The alley, alley, oh. I mean, so if you look them up online, you can actually find them, like all these little children's nursery rhymes. And I think it's a shame if they get lost. Yeah. Walls ice cream. Right, join in colour B. I'm not doing that. Join in colour C with a slip stitch. 4 chain. I'll be all right when I've done 1 square. 3 chain, 1 double crochet into the same space. Right, 2, 3. It's not 1 double crochet, it's 1 treble. Thank you. 1 chain, 2 into each of the next 3 spaces. Oh God! Why did I decide to do this when I was talking to you? As I say, I'll be fine when I get 1 square done. Then I just follow it, you know. I found a lovely pattern. It was a drops pattern, if you've heard of them. It was all in a chart. I can do some charts, but that chart wasn't easy. I thought, oh, no, not doing that. I'm not adding my brain. Right. 3 chain, then repeat that 2 times more. Right, okay. I shall do that. Oh, the big ship sails down the alley, alley, oh. The alley, alley, oh. Then we used to do that skipping thing. You know, I'll call him my very best friend. My very best friend. And then you'd all want to be the very best friend who got called into the skipping. And then we did the farmer wants a wife, the farmer wants a wife. E-I-L-E-O. The farmer wants a wife. Then it's like the wife wants a child, and then it was the child wants a dog. We all pat the dog. This poor person who happened to be the dog got beaten on. We all pat the dog. You used to hate it if you were the dog because you got battered. Oh, you're going, Rebecca. Right. Night, night, love. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, we used to do things like dancing round the maypole. And you had ribbons, didn't you? And you made like patterns when you were dancing round the maypole. You never see anything like that these days. I mean, we're lucky in the north that we still have, you know, the Morris dancers and people like that, clog dancers. We're lucky that we still have them. If you go anywhere, you can still see them, can't you? This does not look right. Hang on, let me look at my square. Can't see my square. Wish I had looked at my square a little bit more carefully. No, it must be more than that. Hang on. Right. Ah. Oh gosh, we used to play with everything. You didn't have any toys, did you? Well, I'm not being pathetic. We just didn't have any toys. You know. Or the ones you had, you used to share. Kids today wouldn't know what to do about sharing. If you had a pair of roller skates, you only ever used to get one because you'd share the other one with your friend. And you'd each have a roller skate each. If you had a bike, you had turns. You know, you let people have a go of your bike. Yeah? Nowadays, kids are so selfish. Wouldn't share anything with anybody. You know, if you had a doll, if you had anything, you shared it with somebody. If you had a doll's pram, you both held the handle, you know. Kids today, they've got far too much stuff. And they don't know how to play. Unless they're sat in front of a blinking TV, they don't know what to do with themselves. No imagination. Well, you had to use your imagination, didn't you, Chris? Because half the time your toys were beat up little bits and pieces. I mean, I was born just after the war, but rationing was still on, and you couldn't get toys, you couldn't get dolls. Everything you had was more or less handmade, homemade. My first dolly's house was made by my dad. You know, dolls were hand-me-downs, but we didn't care. You know, people say, oh, you're going on about the good old days. They weren't good old days. They weren't. They were hard. But we learned to appreciate what little we had. Nowadays, they're so ungrateful kids. They don't have a mountain of toys at Christmas. They think they're hard done to. Oh, gosh. I would have killed for a tea set. I never had a tea set. I always wanted one. My friend did, though, so she used to let me borrow hers sometimes, yeah. And we used to have little pretend tea parties. My dad used to join in. He was very good. My dad used to sit and eat pretend sandwiches, yeah. I always wanted a tea set. Never got one. I think one of my cousins had a lovely china or pottery tea set, and it was so dainty and lovely. All I had was a couple of plastic picnic cups and a plate that my mother let me borrow. But you know, I don't remember ever feeling poor or hard done to. In fact, I think I was quite grown up before I realised that I was brought up poor. I think when you're actually in it at the time, you don't realise. You know, if you're loved and if you've got everything that you need, you've got clothes, you've got food, you don't realise how poor you are, do you? Until you've grown up, you think, God, we never had anything. But none of my friends did, so I didn't feel hard done to, you know. I just was just the way it was, yeah. Right, join in colour D and slip stitch to the corner, yes. 3 single crochets into the corner. A single crochet into each stitch all the way around. Eh? I know understanding. 3, well, it's not single crochet, it's 3 double crochet to make in the corner space. One in each stitch, and in each one chain space to the next. Do it 3 times more. Right, I shall do that. I think that's why I wanted a dolly's house, because my mother got rid of mine. A friend of mine, she's a similar, well, a friend of mine online, let's say. She's the same as me. She's doing up a dolly's house. She's not as old as me, but she's probably in her 50s. She's doing up a doll's house. Well, we see we're big kids at heart, aren't we? I haven't got time to do it at the minute. I'm waiting for the better weather, and then I can, take it outside while I paint it. I don't want the smell of paint fumes in my shed, sniffing my wool out, yeah. I'm going to enjoy that, doing a bit of wallpapering and getting some carpet, I can't do it in my own house. I'm absolutely rubbish at painting. I can put a coat of paint on a wall, but that's about it. But I can't wallpaper. Save me soul. I used to have that, we call it anaglypta or whatever it is. It's paper that's got it's white, but it's got like a pattern embossed on it. And if you're lucky, if you get it put on the wall, you can paint it about half a dozen times before you need to get it taken off and put on again. I used to just keep painting it over the top of it. The people who bought my house, when they come to take the paper off, it's probably thick with paint. I can remember when we moved in the other house at the first, the layers of wallpaper that were on the wall. My ex-husband was scraping and scraping because there was no such thing as them steamers in those days. You had to wet it with the cloth and scrape it. He was there for ages. We keep seeing another layer of wallpaper going, The bathroom was the best, though. Black paper with goldfish. Would you put black paper in your bathroom with goldfish? Goldfish and like seaweed. And when we scraped it off, you could still see where the seaweed had been, like going up the plaster. Oh dear. When we think back. And the hall had Lincruster. Lincruster it's like imitation wooden panels, but it's a thick wallpaper, and they'd varnished over the top of it. And it came off in little pieces like postage stamps. It took us forever to strip the hall. And then we finally wallpapered it, and we had this lovely paper with like big marigolds up it. And my son, who was then about 3, drew all over it with a red wax crayon. Could have cried. Because we'd paid a lot for this wallpaper. And it was a pig to do, because you know what hallways are like. They're really tall when they go up the stairs. Oh, I had to put my son to bed, because if I hadn't have put him to bed, I would have killed him, I think. I was so upset. Because in those days we'd no money and we'd saved up to get this wallpaper. I think I stifled his artistic capabilities, because every time he picked up a crayon after that, he'd throw it on the floor and go naughty. I think that's why he's not artistic. I think I stifled it. Because he knew he'd done something wrong. Oh, I was so annoyed with him. Right, I've gone all the way around it now. Let's see what the next line is. Look. Oh, wrong way around. There we go. Pinwheel. There's nobody talking. Have you all gone to sleep, or has my Has my chat frozen again? Right. Join in any corner. Chain 6. Double crochet into the same corner as the join. Double crochet into each of the next 13. Oh. Yeah. Oh gosh, I know. We paid a fortune for this fancy wallpaper, Chris. I was heartbroken. I can't see the squares so good. I'm sure there's a row missing. Sure there's a row missing there. It's all right, I'm just having a mutter. Just ignore me muttering. Oh, you cast it on the neckline of your jumper. Good show. I watch sometimes Craftsnoon Treats. I haven't watched her video, but she's doing one of those, like I've done, the granny stitch cardigans that start at the neck downwards. She's doing one of those. I only saw like the trailer or whatever you want to call it for it. I love making those. They're a pain when you have to sew them up because every row's a different colour. But they do look so nice. Start at the neck going down, like a raglan, imitation raglan, whatever. But they do look so nice when they're done. Hi, Isaac. Everyone I've done except the last one I made came out enormous. So I'm looking for a very huge lady. I actually made it for myself, but it drowned me when I made it. And of course, now I've lost 28 pounds. It just miles too big. So I need a very fluffy lady to wear it. There's some lovely videos on YouTube, Chris, about learning how to knit. I'm supposed to be teaching somebody how to crochet at Knit Club. But we were that busy talking on Wednesday because we hadn't seen each other since before Christmas. But you know what ladies are like when they get together. It was like rabbit, 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 rabbit. So we didn't, nothing got done. Nothing got done. I'm just debating whether to put black around the edges of these squares as my linking colour. Yeah, I can't think of any other colours that go, you know, as like a linking colour. Because obviously your last, well, it isn't the last row with this row. The last row with this, is because I'm doing this on a smaller hook. My crochet square is smaller, so I will do another row around it. But it would be the linking colour. Now, when I've done them before, I've always done them in black, but I'm just wondering whether to do black with this one or whether to think outside the box. But I don't know. I really don't know. I'll probably finish up doing black. Because they do look more striking when they've got black. I'm using granny squares, but I'm only going to make a shorty cardigan with little short sleeves. So we shall see what we shall see. So far, this one's just shades of greens and like a turquoisey blue. I'll make a few more squares and then I'll decide what colour to use as my base. The thing with black is if you put black round it, it's everybody's taste, isn't it, really? A teal with a three-quarter sleeve. Three-quarter sleeves, to me, are neither here nor there. I know a lot of people like them, but this is too short for me. Yeah, I think it probably will be black around the edge of it, Jean. I haven't made my mind up yet, but it does make all the other colours pop out when you do black. Especially when you get to the pink and the purple and that. If I was going to do a white background, I think I would choose all pastel shades. You know, like the pinks and the blues and stuff. But the colours I've ordered, well, you saw my video, they're all quite bright colours. So I don't think I'll be doing one with a white background. I have ordered some beige, actually, because I've seen a cardigan or a little top that had beige in the background. But that hasn't arrived yet, because I only ordered it today. So we shall see what we shall see. La la la. I just want my store to be colourful. I mean, I may not sell anything, but it's just a question of getting your name out there, isn't it? Getting people to look at your store. I just want people to stop when they see my stall because it's bright colours. I don't want them to just go like that and carry on walking, you know, if there's nothing really grabbing on your store. That's why I want to do something really. That's why I've done these cardigans in eye-catching colours. They may not sell, but people will certainly see them. That's my first square. First square. Not sure what it measures, probably 4 inches it's supposed to be, I think. It'll be more than that when it gets its colour around the edge. Oh, it is, it's 4. It's going to be 5 when it gets... But even so, it's 5'10", isn't it? So I know it sounds like it's going to be 40 inches, but it's not going to be very big, really, for a cardigan, I don't think. Unless I don't do that last row and they finish up 4. But I don't... It's not going to be very big if it's 2 4s. It will be 4.5. It'll be 9 inches. No, that is wide enough, actually. I think I might undo that last row. Might undo that last row. That's going to have to be in the main colour, that last row. I'll leave it where it is for now, and I'll just do the other ones without. Because I only want to make tiny sizes, because the lady who's running the craft show had said, you know, I needed to aim more at the slimmer, more teenagey type of people. So we'll see. I mean, the little tank toppy things I made were all small as well. And Walker's crisps, back in stock again. Yeah, I like doing those little cardigans. They're so useful. I'm always cold, so I always need a little cardigan. Hello, Enid. Snack break. Miguel's probably nodded off, Enid. He said he was tired. Mine's okay today. I've not had a big meal though, that's probably why. My daughter-in-law had a very late lunch, so she didn't want to cook dinner. I don't think I've drunk my coffee actually. Oh, it's cold now. Might as well drink it all in one go. It's almost like Miguel's iced coffee. I live on Gaviscon. That's like a antacid. I don't know whether you have Gaviscon in the US, but it's like an antacid. I'm always chewing on that. It's like some rubbish, isn't it? Oh, that's a bit better. Don't look quite so ghoulish. I never find any bargains, so you did. I'm the world's worst at finding bargains. I've lost another hook, Edith. I've lost a 450. When I come off here, I'm going to order another one because they take forever to arrive. I think I've lost one of my 4mm already. I have acid reflux, and they told me to put bricks under the top of my bed to lift it up so you're on a slight angle. Yeah, I have hiatus hernia, so I have a lot of stomach acid. But I can't sleep with pillows because my neck's in a funny angle whenever I sleep with pillows. I can only sleep with one most flat because of my neck and spinal alignment. I sleep with one of them, you know, those things that go around your neck. They're like a horseshoe shape and they're made out of memory foam. I have to sleep with one of those around my neck. And I have one of those pillows that goes like that shape. It's got a wedge like at the back of your neck. Oh, I couldn't have a partner. I'm all over the bed, me, you know. When I had a partner, when I had my husband, I used to stay on my own side of the bed, but now, start off at one side, finish up at the other. Sometimes I'm in the middle. I'm sure you'll find some wrapping paper in the house. I'll be glad to see my son tomorrow. I have to have a bed rail. I only fall out one side. I have a bed rail thing because I kept falling out of bed. I turn over and go straight out of bed. Never go it the other way. Never fell out that side. I've always fell out this side. But the bed rail's handy for pulling myself up. I can't get out of bed. I'm like a turtle when I'm on my back. That's when I fell over in the shed. Once I'm on my back, I can't get up at all. It's like, help. Hello, Seaside Mom. I can't do two things at once either. Can't type and sew at the same time now. I'm having trouble doing my video and doing my granny squares at the same time, so I can fully understand. Oh dear. Right. What have I got today? Look at that. Caramel. Caramel. Oh, I got in a bit of a row with the afternoon knit club on Wednesday because they wanted to use some of the funds to buy a sewing machine. We meet in a pub. I said, why would you want to buy a sewing machine? Well, some people might want to sew. I said, you can't sew in a pub. There'll be bits of paper, bits of fabric everywhere. There'll be bits of cotton. There'll be pins flying. I said, you can't do it in a pub. I said, if we'd have a room somewhere with proper tables, how can you sew on a little pub table? Silly. Anyway, I don't think they like me because I said no. One of the women who runs it said, oh, people keep asking have we got sewing machines to sew. And I said, yeah, but they'll be bringing us things. They'll be wanting zips put in. Can you sew this hem up? Can you do it? I said, no, we're not. alteration hands. If they want that, they can go on the market. There's a woman does it there. 28 I lost it through COVID. So I wouldn't recommend it to anybody. I said, where are you going to plug it in? Look round the pub. Where is there a plug? They don't think things through. I said, do you think anybody in the pub wants to hear the sewing machine go zzz, zzz, zzz? Chris, get your spanner out. I can understand it if we had a clubhouse or something. You know, if we had a clubhouse with our own tables and stuff. So anyway, who's going to bring it backwards and forwards? I'm sorry, but if one of the organisers wants a sewing machine, she should buy it herself and leave it at home. Apparently, we got given some fabric and they want to make little bags with it. I said, well, find somebody who's got a sewing machine. Get them to do it. They're heavy. You can't just... three people, including me, have got mobility scooters. What are you supposed to do? Put a sewing machine on a mobility scooter? I don't think so. It's not only that, you've got to have the scissors, the thread, the pins. I mean, I've got a sewing machine and I like it for doing repairs and doing things and sewing straight things up. But it's going to stay in the shed. I'm not bringing it in here, making a mess everywhere. I know. How do you think they're going to cut out on a pub table? They're away with the fairies, I think, Jean. But of course, I wasn't Mrs. Popular because I said no. I'm not in agreement. And quite a few other ladies said the same. No. Now, if you've got a clubhouse and you can leave your stuff there, and you can leave the sewing machine there in a cupboard, bring it out if anybody wants it, fine. Exactly. You need a space, don't you? We only meet for 2 hours, 3 at the most. You can't be clearing up. The pub would love us, wouldn't they? There's bits of paper all over the place, bits of fabric, pins, thread all over the carpet. We were supposed to be going into a clubhouse. But that seems to have gone by the board. That would have been better. We could have had a cupboard. Put the sewing machine in a cupboard. And then brought it out if anybody wanted it. But I mean, you can't be cheeky and use somebody else's electric anyway. Hello, Melly. There's not one of them can sew anyway, so I don't know why they think if they bring this sewing machine, one of us will turn into a seamstress. Not going to happen. Right, I've eaten a few pieces of that, and that is going in the drawer. Right, I'm on square number 2 now. Well, I've just started, but I've only done 1 square, but I'm going to take that last row back. Well, it's 22.51 here. Hi, BB. God, it's cold in here. The radiator's gone off. I feel the cold so much these days. Cheers. It's only orange, in case you're wondering. I'm not on the beer. I'm not on the beer. Oh, I've got all shivery. I do feel the cold so much. I do, really. Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing my son tomorrow. I probably won't see him till tomorrow evening. I don't know what time he's coming back, but it's been so quiet without him. He's not a noisy person, but you know what I mean. I just want to see him. He's been in Tenerife on a lads. Well, it's not even been a week actually. 4 days they've been gone. It's a lads. It should have been last year, but with COVID, it all got cancelled. So they managed to get it in this year. Oh, there, yeah, you won't notice. He'll be that busy ripping the paper off to see what his present is. He won't even notice it's got Christmas paper on it. You know what boys are like. Yeah, well, they couldn't go. Like I said, they couldn't go last year. It all got cancelled. They were supposed to go. The son and daughter-in-law were supposed to go away as well last year and couldn't go. I think I told you they're doing up a camper van. So they're hoping to get away. Got a festival booked in May, so they're hoping to go. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I don't know whether I'm doggy sitting or what I'm doing here. $15, $16 for a paper. We'll give over going to Poundland or whatever. Dollar Tree. I'm all for being ecological where I can, but I'm a bit too frugal. Yeah, they go to rock festivals and things. So they're hoping to get it finished. They've stripped it all out. They bought a van that was like an ex-disabled person's van. It had a big hoist in the back of it and chairs. Well, my son's ripped all that out now. And, oh, you just got off work and you ride to you. Right, we'll see you in a bit, Melly. So they need to get it at least, you know, a bed, somewhere to make a brew. Well, they'll be able to take the dogs with them, you see, when they get it all fixed up. I mean, most campsites have got showers and everything on them. So long as they've got somewhere to sleep and they've got somewhere to make something to eat, you know. Oh, Chris, get your spanner out, love. That's all you need, really. It's just somewhere warmer than a tent, isn't it? I know Shad'd be saying, oh, you should go in a tent, but the sunlight's his creature comforts a bit more than a tent. Yeah, well, they'll be camping. But like, you know, it's camping in style, comfy mattress and stuff like that. A little cooker, a little fridge it'll have. You know, there's always showers, like I said, in these, you know, campsites these days. They've always got really nice showers and stuff like that. So it won't be big enough to put a shower in or anything like that. It's not a big RV or anything. The one they had before was bigger, and that did have a tiny, tiny little shower. But the roof failed during the winter, and it wrecked everything. So they had to scrap it all. They took everything out that was in it. You know, all the fixtures and the fittings. They took all that out of it. All right, what have we got now? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Why have I got more than 15 now? They've got a porta potty that'll just be for emergency use, if you know what I mean. But they won't have a proper bathroom in this one. It's not big enough. You just need a porta potty for emergency use in the evening, don't you? You know, in the night time. You don't want to go wandering off, do you, in the middle of the night looking for the loo. It's Signet Boho Spirit. It's we nearly had Rosie again then for a moment. She likes to come in, she thinks she's missing something. She comes in, walks around, sniffs, and then walks out again. Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that either. I mean, a porta potty's not ideal, is it? But it's better than wandering around in the middle of the night looking for the toilet. Yeah. I think I've got too many treble in my first row here. I think my daughter-in-law's going to bed. Oh, you were on a walk, Lydia. I wonder if Nathan's gone on a walk. I don't do that many stitches, any steps anyway. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. I've still got 16. No, it must be the row before. I must have too many stitches on it. Can't be coping. If it's not right, it's not right, is it? Right, let's have a sort out here. Let's sort out 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Oh, give over, Janet. You've got 17 when you should only have 15, girl. What am I doing? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. My knees don't even like walking to the bathroom and back. Right. Oh, I used to walk when I had the dog. When I had my own dog, I should say. But I can't walk these days. I think I can, and then I walk a few steps, and then I know I can't. Oh, there goes Rosie barking. She must have gone outside. Oh, when they used to try and get me to go to the gym, I used to hate that treadmill, walking on the road to nowhere. It wouldn't be so bad if they had like a TV in front of you so you could see where you were walking. You know, like a fake route that you were walking. Like through countryside or something. It could be on a screen. I mean, the gym I went to, there was a TV but no sound. And I said, well, why can't I? Oh, you have to bring your own earphones and plug them in. And oh, I thought, I can't be bothered with that. It probably does. I see that Peloton's laid a load of people off because people are going back to the gym now. So Peloton's laid 280 people off or something. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Oh, ba-ding! Oh, I wouldn't use it. Most people who buy these rowing machines and stuff like that. Oh, my friend, how was your live? It's still going on, Julie. Oh, I hate it. I've never been a gym bunny in my life. I am just so not into gyms. So not. Cannot understand the thrill of the gym. I've never been into anything like that. When I was really young at school, I used to be into, gymnastics and things like that. But not as I got older, no. I know most people who buy these ski things and walking things, they finish up putting all the clothes all over them, don't they? And getting rid of them. There's a guy in England who walks everywhere. I think he's just finished doing a walk. He walks everywhere in his Speedos, even when it's snowing. God, he must be blue. Imagine walking in your Speedos. Like the equivalent of us walking in a bikini, isn't it? In the snow and the cold and the wind and oh no. It would take me all my time to walk if I was able, if I was absolutely fully muffled up with fleeces and fleecy pants and oh God, no, not walking in my Speedos. Ooh, ooh. The mere thought of it. Yeah, when I was on that treadmill at the gym, I felt like singing, "We're on the road to nowhere." Because that's what it felt like. Oh, I like watching those people. Kate Humble does the walks, doesn't she, on BBC? And then there's been some walks in Yorkshire. If I could walk, I would like to. I used to like walking when I could walk. Where there was something to look at, where you could stop and look at a view and hear the birds and, different things like that. That's more interesting, isn't it? Oh, I know. Don't know what they hope to prove. Yeah, the coastal path walks, they've been repeated, I think. I was watching them not long ago. And I was watching Kate Humble doing hers. At the moment, I've been walking Victorian England or something. Some historian who was walking. But I love anything like that. I mean, I love watching Fred Dibner. I know he's passed away now, but I used to love all that, watching him with his steam engines and stuff. And he used to be talking about, and I watched the architecture of, the railways and stuff. I still like Michael Palin. I mean, they're as old as anything, aren't they? Some of the He's around the world in 80 days, but I still like it. I love anything like that. And Michael Palin and his railway. I'd far rather watch that than something stupid like The Masked Celebrity, whatever it is. The Masked Singer. That does not interest me at all. Stars in their eyes coming back. Yeah, Fred Dibner, yeah. Yeah, the equivalent of stars in their eyes coming back. Who cares? And as for these I'm a Celebrity, get me out of here. Oh, can't be doing with that rubbish. Love Island. Ugh. I'm the world's worst. If anybody come asking me my opinions, I'll be going, don't watch it, don't watch it, don't like it. I did get stopped in the street one time, asking me opinion. It was all, do you watch it? No. Do you watch it on television? Yes. Well, do you watch this? No. What do you watch then? Documentaries? History? Zoology? I used to love that. Geography. Is it called geographical? But I don't have Sky anymore, so I don't get that. You know, travelling up the rainforests and up the Amazon, up the Nile and things like that. But do I like things like Love Island? No. All the drunk programmes that people watch. And these quiz programmes, they drive me up the blooming wall. All afternoon, quiz programme. The only one that quiz programme I ever used to watch was University Challenge. Or sometimes I would watch Eggheads because at least they were sensible people. But nowadays they seem to find some spaced out space cadet. Yeah, we have to pay. I should have had it free when I was 75, but then the government decided to scrap it. Yeah. Hello, Darlene. Oh, yeah, I love World War II. I love Foyle's War. I've absolutely been addicted to Foyle's War. I don't watch soaps. I watch documentaries most of the time. I'm 76, dear. Thank you, Canary in a coal mine. Do you sing in your coal mine, Canary? Yeah, Bamba Gascoigne. It's just a shame he passed away, didn't he, the other day? He was 80-something, though, wasn't he? He was your starter for 10. I mean, the quiz games back in the day used to be intellectual, not dumbed down. I think they cater to the intellectually challenged, especially on ITV. Ooh, and another one, look, a blue one. No, I don't watch EastEnders, Coronation Street. It's just like, to me, a lot of the TV now, it's like music in the lifts or when you go in supermarkets and they're playing this music. To me, it's like what they're trying to do, keep you calm. You imagine that they would play that sort of music in a mental institution to keep the impatients calm, wouldn't you? Oh, I don't like all that. I used to watch Coronation Street many, many years ago when it first started. You know, when it was like Ina Sharple's in the snug and that, and it was all believable. It was all realistic, and now it's not. It's all just, unless somebody's being killed or their house is on fire. You know, if you lived in a street that was like that all the time, you would move, wouldn't you? Oh, I don't like horror films at all now. Well, they scrapped Neighbours, haven't they now? So anybody used to watch Neighbours. My son used to like Neighbours when he was a teenager, but I don't suppose he's watched it for donkey's years. Yeah, the TV station that used to have Neighbours on stopped it now. I never got into Neighbours. Neighbours. I know the theme song, but that's about it. No, I used to watch Coronation Street back, probably before I was even married. I don't like modern films these days. No, they're all horror and shocking and, zombies and people with their legs hanging off and stuff. If I want to watch that, I'll watch Hospital ER or something, whatever. I've never liked horror movies, not even the ones like Chucky and all them lot, and Nightmare on Elm Street. No. Even Edward Scissorhands, I didn't like that thing. I'm just a wimp, I think. I'd rather watch Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, things like that, or Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I didn't used to mind. Oh no, I don't like them. I didn't even used to mind westerns in the old days when it was like John Wayne westerns, when there wasn't all this violence. Yes, somebody used to get shot, didn't they? And the Indians were always on the hilltop. But, it wasn't always violence like there is now. I think I'm old school. Yeah, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is great. I like the Rocky Horror Show, things like that. I always wanted to go and see Joseph and his Technicolor Dreamcoat. And, things like chess and all them, the old, Phantom of the Opera, stuff like that. Proper musical type things, yeah. Not all this junk we get now. We had a friend who used to love getting his stockings and his suspenders on. Jeddy was called. I can never always remember him. Totally unconvincing as a woman, by the way. He didn't dress up in drag as in, I want to be a woman drag. Definitely not. He was a man in suspenders. But the beauty of it was, back in the day, you could go like on the tram dressed as the Rocky Horror Show, and nobody did any. Nowadays, it's too much violence and stabbing, and oh, I mean, you could never go on the tram these days dressed in stockings and suspenders and high heels, could you? I used to love things like, the Italian Job and things like that, and Alfie, and what I call proper films where they weren't beating each other up all the time. But it's all like the Chainsaw Massacre now, isn't it? It's all violent. I like tame movies. Not quite sloppy chick flicks. I'm not talking about them, yeah. But something good, like Steel Magnolias I liked, and green tomatoes and stuff like that. When you think about the old series that we used to watch, like, like the Golden Girls and things like that, they were all really Green tomatoes were on today, was it? I didn't see it. Fried green tomatoes, that's the one, isn't it? I haven't got the Talking Pictures channel, I don't think, Jeannie. I don't have Sky anymore, or I don't have Netflix or anything like that. I've just got Freeview. So I'm a bit limited, really. Two, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. No, I'm just a weirdie. I know what I like. Yeah. Oh, is it Freeview channel? No, I haven't seen that one. My son's the one who does all the twiddling for me. I'll let him twiddle. I'm sick of all these dramas, though. Oh, you're going, Isaac. Bye now. There's been some really sort of horrible dramas on just recently, or is it just me? And much as I like Sheridan Smith, she's in everything. I keep expecting her to be reading the blinking news. Well, some of the dramas recently, I can't watch them. Just can't. They just give me the heebie-jeebies. I'm old-fashioned. Oh, Casablanca. Been a long time since I watched that. I like the old movies. I forget what channel it used to be on Sky that used to have all the. Yeah, the dramas are too realistic, I think. Too gory. I'd rather have something like Vera and Midsummer Murders and Agatha Christie. It's just a shame that I've run out of Agatha Christie's. I think I've seen them all about 5 times now. Might it's a bit the same with Vera, really, yeah. Yeah, the programmes I watch are like Call the Midwife. I watch The Great Karma Hospital. I watch Death in Paradise. Foyle's War. Um, Trips around Britain with Susan Calman. Walks along the coast. But as far as dramas go, I don't watch any of them. Don't watch any of them. They're all bleh to me. think I'm in the minority though, because everybody else seems to like them. But some of them, I just look at the titles and I think, and I watch the trailer and I think, I'm not going to like that. I just know I'm not going to like that one. I can feel it in my water, I'm not going to like that one. I just don't watch them. You know, some people are like, oh, it was terrible, oh, it was awful, it was this, that was that, and the other. I'm like, well, don't watch it then. You've got an off switch, you can do something else, you can listen to music. You don't have to watch the TV. You can find something on YouTube you want to watch and do that instead, yeah. Really? I'm not concentrating here, I'm going wrong a lot. My ex-husband used to laugh at me because I could never watch the wildlife programs where the lion's chasing after and eating this deer. I'm going, oh no, let the deer get away. And he's saying, the lion's got to eat. I said, I don't care. Don't care. I don't want to see it get caught. I used to be looking the other way. He used to laugh at me because I'd be knitting or crocheting, and when it got to the bit where the lion was chasing this deer or something, I'd be like, oh, I'm not looking, I'm not looking. I don't like anything that's sad. My son was the same when he was little. We used to go and watch these Walt Disney films about tigers and things. If anything died, he used to say, it's going to come alive again, isn't it, Mummy? It's only sleeping. He'd say, yeah, it's only sleeping. It'll be alive again soon. Because he used to be sitting there in the cinema crying his eyes out because he couldn't stand anything getting hurt. Take it undone, Enid, if you don't like it. Use the wool for something else. I don't mind watching big cats as long as they're not chasing and eating things. I know it's all nature and things get eaten because it's just the way of the world, isn't it? But I still don't like it. My canting's gone up the wall today when I'm doing this little square. I'm only making a shorty jacket, so I don't know how many squares I have to do. I had it written down somewhere. 24 for the back, 10 for each front. But I don't have to make that many because I'm only doing a shorty one. Well, still, we'll see. I used to be awful when I was a kiddie. They took me to see Mother Goose, and this actor came riding on I think it was with a Twanky or something, came riding on a child's tricycle, fell off. And I started crying and he had to take me home. Hi, Magali. I thought he'd hurt himself and I was crying that much he had to take me home. Oh, do you remember those animals that people were making in African flowers? Like rhinoceroses and things. It's 11:30 here in the evening. Ooh, and already I'm yawning. It's because I've gone cold. Who keeps bonging me on my phone? What are you bonging me for? The phone's found a pattern. It's like a big balaclava. We found out was you live. Still going on. You're making a dinosaur. Yeah, Zoe, 24 karat crochet. She made quite a few of these. I don't know whether they were triceratops or what they were. They were gorgeous. The big things they were like, big hippo things. I haven't got the patience for anything like that. Oh my God. Honestly. I'm shivering now. I'm so cold. I don't know why I've gone cold all of a sudden, but I have. I'm so chilly. I'm going to yawn again. Is anybody else yawn when you're cold? Is it just me? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've gone right now. Oh, who keeps pinging me? Who keeps pinging me? The craft fair. Well, I've got a lot of stuff. You nodded off again. Yeah, I keep yawning. You're not on your own, Miguel. I'm making some more little bits and pieces for it. I've got quite a lot of stuff made for the craft fair. And my friend's making little bunnies and chickens and whatever I've got. I know my body temperature is dropping. I'm freezing. That radiator is off. I don't know why it's off because it's set at. Oh, I don't want to think about it, John. Don't want to think about it. I'm not politically minded and I don't want to know because it scares me. It should be in this room here with me. It's bloody freezing. Ooh, I got the shivers. I am so cold. It's igloo weather. I've already had my coffee. I don't have any more coffee now because it's too near to bedtime. That's probably why I'm drinking a cold orange juice. Oh, I always yawn when I'm cold. Oh, I am cold. I'm cold, cold, cold. I've got my throw on now. Oh, my fleece. Oh, I don't know what I'd do without these. I get so cold. I'm going to put my mittens on. Where's my mittens gone? Oh, they're on the table. Oh, they're so scruffy, these. I buy them on eBay because I keep losing them. I buy them on eBay by the ton. And then I lose them, so I have to buy some more. I buy about 6 pairs at once and lose them all. I can't stand my fingers being cold. Look at that, I'm like Scrooge, aren't I? When I was young, there used to be a bloke who had a vegetable shop. And he used to wear little half mittens and he used to stand there like that. Man, he was a tight bugger who never had any heating in. He was always cold. I don't want to rubbing his hands because he'd be rubbing his hands when it was a sunny day. I think it was a habit with him. But he always had little hand knitted half mittens on. No, you can't see me pretty cardigan now because I'm cold, Lydia. I am cold. And if I'm cold, I can't function. I'll be warming up my heat. I've got one of those bean things, you know, those heat pads that are made with beans. I put that in the microwave. So I get in bed all cosy. Can't be doing with hot water bottles because they go cold and then, you know, you have to throw them out of bed and then they make a noise when they clang on the floor. I'd much rather have one of these bean things. Because as cold as they stay to your body temperature. Oh, there's Rosie barking. She barks at anything. Could be a cat coughing 3 streets away. There's nobody in the house because everywhere's locked up. I always make sure I'm locked up because I sleep downstairs. They'll get me first. Oh, I'm warming up a bit now. It's amazing. It's really thin, this. It's just like a thin fleece. But it is so warm. I bought them years ago. This reminds me so much of Gigi. I used to put Gigi inside it and wrap it up, yeah. Wrap him up. Oh, I miss that little boy. His parents have got 2 new doggies now. Because Gigi passed away suddenly last July. Very unexpected. One minute he was all right, the next minute he was gone. Very sudden. He was my little snuggle bug. I loved that little doggy. Arian hated him, but I loved him. Chihuahuas can be a bit of a hard breed to like. They're a bit snappity if they don't like you. But he adored me. He used to snuggle up to me and sleep. And if I was doing something, he'd make sure that I had to put it down. He wouldn't let me crochet or knit or anything. I had to put it down and nurse him. There must be loads of my videos out, live videos somewhere with Gigi being nursed the whole way through. He used to give me arm ache and backache because I used to nurse him all the time. Oh, he was really. Neither of these 2 dogs are snuggle bunnies, none of them. Couldn't snuggle Rosie if you tried. She's off. She won't even let you cuddle her. The little one will for a while. But they're very independent dogs. They're just not. How long did I look after Gigi? Well, he was 8 when he passed away. Probably about 6 years I looked after Gigi. Yeah, I had him every day. Well, near enough. Yeah, I like a little cuddle dog, me, like a little Chihuahua or something. But when we got this, the French Bulldog, Arian goes, no, you're not making her into a lap dog. She's a dog. I thought. But Gigi loved to cuddle. He'd come up to your neck and cuddle. And he'd snuggle inside your sweaters or snuggle inside my tops or anything. He always wanted to be right close to you, as warm as he could get. But I will never have another cuddle bunny. Trixie will come at the side of you on the sofa if I'm looking after her. She'll lie with her side against your side. But she doesn't like being nursed or anything. Arian's like, the dogs, put them on the floor. The dogs. They're not meant to be nursed. But when they're little, it's just easy and tiny little things. You pick them up, don't you? Give them a cuddle. My cats would never cuddle. I never had a cuddly cat. I always had a cat. One of my cats would sometimes climb on my knee, but it was at his behest. You couldn't make him do it. Woe betide if you tried to stroke him when he didn't want to be stroked, he'd be... Yeah, he was a little sod. But he was part feral, so... His mother was domestic, but his father was feral. His father was the most horrible cat in the neighbourhood. He had like one ear, one eye, and bits of fur and everything missing. I mean, what his mother saw in that cat, I'll never know. But the product of it was my Nelson. She must have wanted a bit of rough, that's all I can think of. Because it was an ugly looking cat, his dad. But my cat always looked evil because he had yellow eyes. He was a black cat with yellow eyes. Everybody used to say, oh, which is familiar. No, my cats would never cuddle at all. Well, I've got 26 thumbs up, Lou. So I suppose quite a good percentage have given me a thumbs up. At least you haven't found a load of feathers like Lester found when he lost one of his ducks. I don't know whether he found out what had killed it. One of his geese, sorry, not his ducks. I mean, God, those geese are, what's it, nasty things, aren't they? Must have been something brave. No, it left it there. It was there all injured. He just didn't show it. He kept showing round it, but it had just got killed. It hadn't even eaten it or anything. There might be some progress by next week, Lou. Or Lulu. Depends how much I get done. If I can go to the shed for me black or whatever. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. 2 more today. I'm not very good at counting while I'm talking. It's a bit hit and miss, these squares, aren't they? Oh dear. Yeah, they're all turning out different. Oh, I'm warming up now. I'm not shivering anymore. Now, I don't know what I'm going to be crocheting. It's just going to be a bit hit and miss. I've been looking on, Pinterest, Ravelry and Etsy, these granny square efforts. I'm not buying patterns because they're just granny squares in the end, aren't they? It's just a matter of putting them together in different ways. I don't know when I'm getting what, Miguel. Now, today, I've not been near the dog, really, and my eyes are okay. I'm sure I am allergic to that dog. No, I'm still waiting. It could be COVID that's delayed operations and stuff. They said I wouldn't have to wait long, but how long is how long, dear? I need to find out because I'm not sure if this right eye's right. It's still a bit weird. It's still a bit blurry, my right eye. And my left eye, I can't see a thing through it. It's like one big blur in my left eye. It's not making reading easy because I can't get glasses. They won't give me any glasses until I've had my other eye done and I can have my eyes tested properly. So I'm struggling to read things at the minute. She named you Cindy Lou. I was called after both of my grandmas, nothing so exciting. It was a dumb thing back in the day. They called you after your grandmas. My brother was lucky he didn't get called after his granddad. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, one more. I would have liked a nicer name, but hey ho, I've got used to it now after all these years. I used to hate it when I was young. But I think most people hate the name they've been given. What did you call me, Janet? I don't like it. Oh, here we go again. Somebody's got nothing better to do. Some botty. I don't know what it is. It's not even anything you can click on or anything, is it? It's just, yeah, whack-a-mole. I don't even understand what it is or what it's supposed to be, what they're saying. At least when they put a web page, you know, they're trying to get you onto some dodgy site or other, but well, it might be, but I'm not clicking on nothing. I don't think I want to go to anything. Naughty Miguel, I don't know about you. Past all that sort of stuff. I'd rather watch a crossroom video. I don't know about anybody else. I tell you, I want to watch Pink Pumpkin's video to see what kind of goodies she got for a mystery box. I'm only doing that because it's UK yarn. If it was American yarn, I wouldn't be doing it, yeah. Do. Well, Miguel was going on about sage, but I think that was paint he wanted. Or was it avocado green or something he wanted? Did you ever paint that wall, Miguel? You been on eBay? I've never sold on it. Well, I've sold second-hand things on eBay, but I've never tried selling anything new on eBay. I don't know whether they would sell. You know, crochet, whether everybody wants a bargain or something. Oh, thank you, Susan. I mean, do you sell brand new stuff, Lou? What do you sell, Lulu? I keep saying about the Etsy, but yeah, I know you got let down because somebody were poorly, Miguel, but has he never come back to paint it for you? I think you're gonna have to get your brush out, Lou, and get painted it yourself. You have to paint it with your left hand. Lou, she's been on before, Miguel, maybe when you didn't see her. I You've been on a couple of times, haven't you, Lulu? Yeah. Yeah, I've never bothered with trying to sell me crochet on eBay. I don't know. Oh, you thought it was your first time? I don't know why. I thought I'd seen you before. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you have been on before. You haven't been on before. Maybe you've been dreaming and you have been on before, Lulu. Who knows, Lulu? It doesn't really matter anyway, Lulu. If you've not been on before, you're still welcome. I bought some yucky beige today. I don't like beige, as you know, but I need it to go with some other colours I've got, yeah. Oh, your left side's your bad side. We'll have to paint with your right arm then. Oh, you'll have to train your feet. You have to learn to paint with your toes, Miguel. You bought yucky cheese. Who bought yucky cheese? No, I bought yucky beige colour wool, which I don't like, but it's to go with something else. Beige is not in my colour range. But it's not for me, so I bought it to go with some bright colours. I don't like yucky cheese. Don't like stinky cheese. These camemberts and bries. No, I didn't say I bought yucky cheese. I said I bought some yucky uh, beige, I said. You're just an accident waiting to happen, Miguel. I have to get you a walking stick or some crutches. Get you to stand on 2 feet. Thought I were bad at falling, but you seem to be beating me lately. I nearly fell the other day. I managed to save myself. Sometimes, though, it hurts more to save yourself. Have you never noticed? If you know you're falling and you grab onto something. Sometimes you hurt more when you do that than you would if you'd have fallen over in the first place. I fall over anything, Miguel. Fall over an eyelash, fall over my own whatever. Anything. I fall over anything. You need to get ivy water. Happy Saturday evening from California to you, dear. Do you knit, crochet, or what do you do? Oh, hiya, Kaz. Oh, you need to get some ice in your water. Right. Hiya, Kaz. Oh, you crochet, right. Oh, well, welcome, crocheter. Welcome to our little group. We all do something. If it's not always crochet, sometimes it's knitting, sometimes it's painting, sometimes it's diamond painting. We all do something. Oh, that looks like a sunflower, don't it, the colours? Brown to yellow. You're working on temperature blankets. I think mine would be all blue for chilly at the moment. But I know people who live abroad, theirs is all red for hot. I think that's nice colours. Look at that. I've got 4 now. I'm going to take one row back on that. It's too big. That one, and now that one, and that one. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I've still got the shivers. You better go and have a look what Abner's going on about. Have a look through the window, make sure there's nothing prowling. You don't want to lose anything like Lester did. Oh, so cold. It's the yarn that's doing it. It's Boho Spirit. Oh, I'm cold. I want to be warm. Oh, the radiator's coming on again now. It must be cold. Oh, happy Valentine's Day. My Valentines will probably get lost like they do every year. Yeah. That postman, I don't know what he does with my Valentines, but every year he goes past and he never brings them. I'm sure he must have a bag full somewhere for me. Never mind. Oh dear. It's been many, many, many years since I got a Valentine. No, there isn't a draft. The curtains are not moving. No, and I've got the curtains tucked in behind the radiator. The radiator's coming back on again now. That's a man for you, Kaz. You wish him happy Valentine's Day and he goes for a snack. John was on before, but he was asking questions about, do I think Putin was going to invade? I'm not political. I don't want to know, thanks. Put my head in the sand if he did. Where's our shad tonight? Oh, yeah. I used to dream up verses to send to whoever I fancied. I think the last Valentine's card I got was off a guy that I was going out with for 9 years. But that was 20 years ago. I know it's commercial easing, but it's still nice to get a card. I don't want anything else, just a card. But I've got nobody to send me one, so if I got one now, I'd be a bit worried, actually. I'd be wondering who on earth it was from. And my son and daughter-in-law don't do it. They don't do Valentine's Day, and they don't really do wedding anniversaries or anything like that. They're not very romantic, I don't think. They do birthdays and Christmases, but that's about it. No shad, no. I'm just hoping his little dog's okay, because he wasn't very well, was he? Oh, I won't get a card, Lily. I'm not expecting one. As I say, I'd be worried if I did. Oh, there you are, Kaz. You see, you've got a happy Valentine's. What about me, Chris? Have you gone off me now? You're all on to Kaz now. I was your first love. And now you've deserted me. I shall be mortally wounded forever. I'm only kidding, Chris. Oh, thank you, Chris. That's about the only one I'll get. Hey. Trev's sorted out his channel again. I think he started up again doing his lives. Don't know whether he's still doing. Oh, I don't know whether he's still doing his diamond painting or whether he's making his channel more general. I don't know. I've known him longer, Kaz. He's kinder to his elders. I'm his mummy figure, don't forget. Tra-la-la. Welcome to my world, Enid. Mine does that every day. Oh, blimey. Where did that come from? Oh, I've gone shivery again. And the heating's come on and I don't know why. Oh, I hope I'm not getting a cold. I had one not long back, if you remember. I don't get colds. Where am I getting these colds from? I never get them. I'd love a massage. I keep hoping I'm going to go for that, that spa weekend thing with my niece. But it's hard to plan when I'm waiting to go for this other eye. We decided to wait until, I'd had my other eye fixed because I can't go anywhere. Until I've had my eye fixed because I can't go in water and things like that for 6 weeks after I've had it done. I thought I would have got an appointment by now. I just hope he remembered to refer me. I'm sure he would have done, but if I don't hear anything soon, I'm going to ring up and find out if he did refer me, make sure he referred me. What kind of a bathroom are you having? Is it going to be featured on Cribs? I'd like a new shower room, but my bathroom is so tiny I can practically touch all of the walls like that. Either way, it's so small. But I would like a new one. I mean, I never had a new one when we moved here because we ran out of money, to be quite frank. And now I just don't have that kind of money anymore. It's Saturday night, though. I might have won the lottery. You know, yeah, right. As if. Yeah, it sounds like you're having solid gold fixtures. Two, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. I'm supposed to have 15 and I've got 16. Never mind, we'll see it. Oh, I buy mine online, Lydia, so they tell me. I usually win a lucky dip if I'm lucky. Oh dear. I guess I'm not that lucky. I like to think what I would spend it on. Sometimes when I can't fall asleep, I'll lie there and think what I would spend it on. It helps me to fall asleep. Trying to pretend now. People keep sending me messages. I know, well, Shad's finding that, isn't he, with his wood for his tiny house. Oh, gosh. My friend June's on Pinterest again by the look of it. She has these, she lies in bed, doesn't sleep, my friend. So she lies in bed looking at Pinterest. And she sends me all these pictures. This is nice, this is pretty. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm not doing it. She likes those really intricate crocheted things, you know, like the Russian girls do. You know, the ones that are fabulous crocheters, yeah. Oh, Rosie's barking again. Something's setting our Rose off. What she sent me now. Oh, she's made some little flowers with puff stitches. I've got a 4-leaf clover in my purse. A friend of mine gave it to me. When I was moving house, I gave her all of my acrylic, which is why I'm having to buy it now. I gave her all my oddments and part balls and everything because she was making lap blankets and shawls for the elderly. You know. So I gave her all of it. So she'd found a 4-leaf clover, so she gave it to me. It's been in my purse ever since. So I keep it, just, you know. I might be more unlucky if I didn't have it, so it might bring me good luck. It's in a little tiny bag in my purse. Oh, that's nice. I haven't got a laminator. Somebody said that. I had some lovely comments on my last video. People were really kind, saying how much they love me crocheting. Oh, it gave me such a boost, it did, honestly. You know when you feel a bit, am I doing the right thing and stuff like that in your life? And then you get some really lovely comments on your Facebook, and it really gives you such a good boost, yeah. You think, oh, that's so nice. He's been on, you missed him, Kaz. He was talking about, was Putin going to invade? So you know I'm not very political, so I kind of shot him down a bit, really. I just said I'm not talking about it, which I'm not. I don't want to think about stuff like that. I really don't. I've never had a laminator. That's one thing I've never had. I've never really had a need to get one. It's kind of a luxury thing, isn't it, that you can do without, really. It would be nice to laminate some of my patterns, but hey ho. I think it was because one of my patterns was really battered and somebody suggested I should get a laminator. Yeah, I wouldn't use it enough, Chris, to warrant spending the money on it. I'm too intent on selling my crochet and sorting myself out here and paying off my scooter debt. I want to get that kind of off me back as soon as I possibly can. I don't like having anything hanging over me like that. It'll get paid, don't worry. I've not got my cap out. Not asking for donations. I just like to pay things off. I don't know whether anybody else is the same as me. If you've got anything pending, you like to get rid of it, don't you? As soon as you possibly can. I don't like living my life in debt of any description. I know it's peanuts to watch most people owe in their life, but I just don't like it. I don't like owing anybody anything, even if it is the bank. It's the same here with me. I don't even cook the Christmas turkey. The only thing I used to wrap in foil was my sandwiches when I went to work, because I didn't like dry sandwiches. I used to wrap them in tin foil and then put them in my sandwich box. Talk about double double. I don't know why I don't like plastic touching my food. I don't like plastic drinking glasses. I know I broke a couple of wine glasses one time and somebody bought me a set of plastic wine glasses. I'm like, no. I mean, I had to keep them because she used to call every week. So it would have been, she would have noticed if I'd have chucked them out, you know. I don't know what there is. I don't like drinking out of plastic. I don't like eating off plastic. Oh, that's a pretty one. It's oranges into pink. I like the way they just, like working out. Teeny weeny little squares, a bit bigger than the bigger ones I had to make before. Because she wanted the jacket made bigger, so I had to make huge squares last time. Yeah, I don't know what there is about plastic. I just don't like plastic. I'd rather have glass or something like that. This, I think, I don't even like my cereal in Tupperware. Because to me it tastes. No, I'm not making anything for me, Lydia. It's for my craft show. No, I don't know what there is. Just don't like plastic. Yeah, I know acrylic yarn is plasticky, but it's cheap, isn't it? I have to think of my pocket, yeah. Oh, whoever it is, yes, I have put a smile on some faces. Hopefully for the right reasons. Oh, that's a bright pink, isn't it? It reminds me of some lipstick I used to have when I was a girl. Why did we think it looked good, when you had that absolutely icky pink lipstick? I can remember used to put white lipstick on and then put the pink over the top. God, we must have looked awful. But it was the trend, I suppose. An emerald green eyeshadow. Woo! What, that shade of pink? It's a bit bright. The only colour I cannot wear is red. Some people wear red lipstick and get away with it. I don't. I look like a clown with a mouth painted on. I think you have to be dark haired or darker skinned to wear red lipstick. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. Why do I always get to 13 and then stop and I'm supposed to have 15? Or did you get your trolley put together, Kaz? I've still got my trolley, it's in the shed. If someone wanted to throw it out, he didn't really think why I wanted it. No, I don't do magic rings. I find they're very uh, unstable when I do a magic ring. They tend to unmagic and come apart after a while. So no, I don't do a magic ring. I have a hole in the middle, I don't care. My mum made a massive big bedspread with granny squares with magic rings in the middle, and I am still to this day darning up the middles where they're all coming apart, breaking apart. Every time I wash the darn thing, it comes apart a bit more. That was through magic rings. Oh, good night, Tommy. I won't be long either. It's 12:30 here. I'm tired. I'll finish this square, then I'm going to Betty Bo's. I always get my finger stuck in a magic ring. I can never get them to stay. They always come unravelled with me. Oh, dango fangy. Dango fangy off. Yeah, I'll finish this square. And then I'm going to Buddy Booge. I'm going to take photos. Oh, God, he's back again. Oh, Fango Dango. No, it's you. It's you, Kaz, that's dangoing your fango. Oh, dear. I thought you were back then. I just looked up and saw Fango Dango. That's all presuming he's got a fangy to dangle. Adverts on TV are great, aren't they, at the moment? We've either got 10 a lady for ladies of a certain age group, or we have, the adverts for the men whose dangles are not fangling here. Do you have erectile dysfunction? No, because I'm a woman. And I wouldn't care if I did. Is that your new phrase, right? It's not an advert for... Yeah, but it's not an advert for funerals. It's an advert for... Oh, God. No, it's not me that wants to discuss that. It's always John that wants to talk about that. I don't want to talk about it either. I don't want to know. I'm like an ostrich. I stick my head in the sand. Oh, God, yeah, the Newman ads. Well, it shows that rocket going... Now, if my ex-husband's would have gone... I'd have been really worried. I think is more it than stupid adverts. There are some really weird adverts on. The one that gets me down at the moment is the advert for Alexa. There's a couple allegedly meet and dance to this song when they're teenagers. She comes up to about there on him and she's wearing high heels, yeah? Cuts to an old couple who are exactly the same height. And she's wearing flat shoes and so is he. So I'm like, continuity is not working there, is it? He's not going to have shrunk about a foot and a half. And she's not got to have grown, is she? Oh. They could make her more believable, couldn't they? Oh, I know, I can't do with politics. Oh. Now, what gets me, though, Lydia, is they put those adverts on in daytime TV. I could understand if they were like after the watershed, but when there's like children could be up. You know, I'm sure children don't need to know that that sort of thing can affect a man as he gets older. Never seen one more advert for bladder leak pads, incontinence knickers. And that bloke, oh, it must be my over 50s policy delivered to the wrong address. I'm going to get a pair of binoculars with my bonus. And he comes in, I've got too many parsnips. We've had parsnips roasted, we've had parsnips, whatever. Shouting, what kind of shouting? There should be a limit to how many times they can put an advert on TV before it drives you around the bend. We don't need to hear it every commercial break for hours on end. Somebody shouting outside my window now. No. God, you can hear more than I can. No, I live in the one foot in the grave town. Nobody shouts round here. Well, at least we didn't move to Knot End. That's God's waiting room, according to Arian. I've taken to falling asleep listening to YouTube. But I've run out of Sherlock Holmes now. I'm sort of onto Agatha Christie, but I have read most of them. Watched them on the TV. I'm running out of like short stories on YouTube. I hardly ever get to the end of a story because I've usually fallen asleep. Oh my giddy aunt, it's time for bed here. I'm on my last row on this square, then I'm going to call it a draw. You just made a smoothie. Well, you'll have to stop sewing for other people unless they're paying you, Jean. Oh, it's time to go to bed. We've got another nutcase. Oh, I don't like too much in my smoothie. That's an overkill. I like just one thing in my smoothie, like either strawberries or bananas or something. I used to make a lot of banana smoothies. I haven't made any since I came here. They don't buy me a big milk here. They only buy milk as I need it. So there's never like spare milk. Oh, you're back now, Lulu. I'm going in a minute because I'm getting very tired. I keep yawning and I'm making mistakes in my grocery. So I finished my cardigan and done a I like Call the Midwife and I like GPs Behind Closed Doors, and I started watching The Great Karma Hospital as well. I know I'm getting tired, Lulu. I was up at 8 o'clock this morning, which is unlike me. It's just gone 12:30. 12:30. And I'm going to finish now this little square I'm doing. Right, that's it now. Yeah, I need to photograph these cardigans I've finished for Instagram and Facebook. Yeah, I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've done 6 little squares. So I've not done bad. That was the last one I did. Pinks and purples. So that's me done now. I'm going to Betty Bo's now. I've never seen a doctor. Not seen a doctor for, can't remember when. About 2 years or more. Right, people. Thank you. Squares for what? It's going to be a little boho-y top of some description. That's what I'm making squares for. Some kind of a waistcoaty vesty thing or whatever. It's for my craft show, yeah. Right, I'm going now, people. Thank you very much for your company. And I'm going to go to Betty Bo's now. So bye all. And I'll see you in the week. Bye now.